The CNN interview was tense. Biana Golodryga, known for her sharp questioning, didn't hold back. She was interviewing David Shahulian, a spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security. The topic? A claim of white genocide in South Africa. Shahulian's claim, based partially on a tweet by Elon Musk, sent shockwaves through the international community. Shahulian argued that white South African farmers were being killed at a disproportionately high rate. He suggested this pointed to a targeted campaign of violence, implying it constituted genocide. His words were carefully chosen, but the implication was clear. Golodryga pressed him. "Where is the evidence?" she asked repeatedly. She pointed out that no credible international body, including Genocide Watch, had labeled the situation in South Africa as a genocide. Her tone was firm, her message clear. Serious accusations require serious evidence. Shahulian seemed to stumble. He offered no concrete data, no reports from reputable organizations, no evidence to back his alarming claim. The interview, instead of providing clarity, only fueled the firestorm. To understand the complexity of the situation, one must look back. South Africa's history is deeply scarred by apartheid, a brutal system of racial segregation and discrimination enforced for decades. The wounds of the past still run deep. The legacy of apartheid continues to cast a long shadow. Economic inequality, often falling along racial lines, remains a serious issue. Land ownership, a particularly sensitive topic, is at the heart of much of the tension. Shahulian's use of the term genocide in this context struck a nerve. For many it felt like a dangerous distortion of history. It minimized the suffering of black South Africans during apartheid. It also ignored the nuances of the current situation. It is crucial to acknowledge the very real violence that affects all communities in South Africa. However, framing it as a white genocide without evidence is not only inaccurate, but also deeply irresponsible. The international community watched the CNN interview with a mix of disbelief and anger. Genocide Watch, a highly respected organization dedicated to preventing genocide, issued a sharp rebuke of Shahulian's claims. In a strongly worded statement, Genocide Watch emphasized that the situation in South Africa, while troubling, did not meet the criteria of genocide. They pointed to the lack of evidence for any systematic, state-sponsored attempt to destroy a particular ethnic group. Genocide Watch's statement highlighted the dangers of misusing the term genocide. False accusations, they argued, trivialize the suffering of victims of actual genocide. They also risk inflaming tensions and hindering reconciliation efforts. The international community's response to Shahulian's claims served as a stark reminder. The world is watching, and the misuse of such a serious term will not be tolerated. The CNN interview served as a stark reminder of the dangers of misinformation. In an age where information spreads instantly, the responsibility to report accurately and responsibly is paramount. Shahulian's claims, presented on a global platform without evidence, had the potential to incite violence and deepen divisions. This incident underscores the need for critical thinking and a commitment to truth. We must be wary of inflammatory rhetoric, especially when it comes to sensitive topics like genocide. It's essential to engage in nuanced, evidence-based discussions that consider the complexities of the issue. Let this be a turning point. Let's commit to a higher standard of discourse, one grounded in facts, empathy, and a shared commitment to truth. Only then can we hope to build a more just and peaceful world.